Greetings. I am Radu. What? Oh, I look different. Well, I figured if Michelle gonna change her hair, why can't I change my look? My hair different, I have a different face. I am a Radu. And I'm here to introduce the review of Bloodstone, Subspecies 2, starring me, Radu. Okay, I go bye-bye now. Also, we meet my mommy in this one. Okay. Where do I begin with this movie? Oh my god, this movie pissed me off. It completely ignores just about everything that they showed us in the first film. And the worst part is, it's directed by the same guy. All 4 of the films are directed by the same guy. And it's the reason I have a problem with the Resident Evil franchise, is that the same guy directs all the films, yet he changes the continuity in each film. I hope that's not what this series does, because I'm pissed off in the next one then, but here it's just... So, right away, we get Radu, with just a little help from the Subspecies, which is their only appearance in this film, by the way, as they push his head closer to his body, and then little tendrils pop out of his head and reattach to his body, and his head goes back onto his body. He grabs the stake, kills Stefan, and doesn't grab the Bloodstone, which looks different, by the way. They changed it. It's not red, it's white. It's got this little claw underneath, so it's kind of like that. And as he goes to kill Michelle, who now, for some reason, even though this takes place right after the first one, has long hair. But the sun comes up, despite the fact that there were a few scenes in the first film where it was clearly sunny out, or clearly daytime, but he runs away. Now, right away, there's problems, because we are shown that staking and cutting off Radu's head does not kill him, even though that's what they said does kill a vampire in the first one, and yet Radu only stakes Stefan, and he's dead for the rest of the film. He's dead, period. No more in the rest of the franchise, as far as I hear. And they've even retconned why. Like, okay, they've retconned Michelle. They have. Like, remember how in the first film, she was strong, confident woman, you know? And she was in love with Stefan, but she was strong and she was confident. No, this is a regular, whiny, and she's a vampire now, but she's whiny, she cries. She's back to a regular, normal person, you know. She's not confident anymore, so she's turning into a vampire. She's crying on the phone to her sister, I want to go home. Bitch, you're a vampire. And what is more is that, like, she falls asleep in the bathtub, right? Like, she hides in the bathtub in her hotel room and she falls asleep. She's found by the people while she's sleeping during the day. She doesn't wake up. But we are seeing that Radu can creep through his castle during the day. Yet she can't wake up. She doesn't wake up until she's in her body bag. So her sister, Rebecca, comes to find her. And the actress who plays her sister, Rebecca, is very close to the actress who played Michelle in the first film. So why didn't they just have this actress play Michelle? The hair is, I mean, it's a little bit longer than Michelle from the first film, but it would have been fine. And she looks very close to that character, to that actress. She would have made more sense. Whereas now we have a long-haired Michelle running around, and it doesn't make any sense in continuity. Also, she's somehow, they call her a fledgling, even though she was turned into a full vampire by Stefan at the end of the first one. And they verbally call Radu her master, even though, no, he's not, because he didn't turn her, Stefan did. And she's out there fighting her urge to be a vampire. Well, that's a normal vampire type story. The whole reason why she had Stefan bite her was because he was different, and his bite would result in her not having those urges. That's why he bit her, he turned her, so she wouldn't have those urges because she was turned by him. Completely erased in this one. Oh, and remember how cool Radu was in the last film? How much of a badass he was, except for the son or whatever. Now he working with his mommy. Oh, not my words. He actually says, oh, Mommy! He brings her the Bloodstone and says, I have a gift for you, Mommy. Seriously. And we're supposed to believe that the whole entire first film, he was trying to get the Bloodstone for his mother. Despite the fact that during the first film, they said he needed it so he wouldn't have to feed off humans. Even though he was feeding off humans. So the fact that he was giving it to, maybe they thought it made more sense. Which it kind of does. If he was trying to get it for his mother, then that made sense. But they didn't even mention that his mother was even still alive in the first one. They just show her in this one. It's very stupid. Do we have this subplot with Michelle's sister, the guy from Friday the 13th Part 7, and the mustachioed detective, and some old guy, but the special detective, Inspector Marine, who is trying to help them track down Michelle after her body disappeared. Then they had the stone. Then the stone, Michelle's sister gives her the stone. Radu takes the stone. Anyway, this movie is, they end up, like, I think, taking care of the mummy, and then they stake Radu again, even though you know it's not going to do anything. And then as they go to leave, Michelle suddenly is like, no, I can't go out there, the sun is out. How many times have we seen her no, it's daytime, the sun, I can't. How many times have we seen her during the day go out? In this film alone. At least 2 or 3 times. And I know it wasn't supposed to be daytime, but I understand day for night is a thing. But here's the thing. You have to actually make it look like night. That's why they call it day for night. If you can't do stuff at night, you have to mess with your camera and edit it so that it looks like night. You cannot just put a little tint to it and say, oh, it's daytime. They did this in the first one. It made no sense. This movie is so frustrating after how good the first one was. They throw all that out the window. All the continuity. Everything that the first film stood for. Why? For a generic sequel that makes no sense? So the biggest thing that pisses me off in this is the fact that the long hair. Oh, it makes no sense. Why have your film take place right after, pick up right where the last film left off, if you're not going to get an actress with short hair? I mean, even if what's her name, Denise Duff, wasn't willing to cut her hair, then you should be like, okay, we're going to switch you out with her because she has a perfect, perfect length of hair. And I'm talking about the actress who plays the sister. She made more sense. You know what I mean? It just makes no sense. I will say it's better than European Vacation, but I enjoyed it more. But just like, oh, it's a good thing I don't give ratings for these. It just, I was looking forward to continuing these, thinking these aren't going to be the worst ones I watch, and they probably won't. You got like Ginger Dead Man 2 and stuff, but it just makes no sense. None of it makes sense. He keeps calling her fledgling, even though she's not a fledgling. She's a full vampire. She was turned by Stefan. They just keep saying that, Radu is her master because he bit her, but Stefan turned her, so that's negated. The fact that she has the urge to feed on human blood, yes, it's a vampire thing, but the whole reason why Stefan turned her is so she wouldn't have those urges and she would be like him. They've completely, like, I mean, even if they were setting up for a sequel at the end, which is what it looked like. Here's another thing. Another continuity error I just remembered. The end of the first one, Stefan and Michelle clearly both got in the same coffin. But beginning of this film, they're in separate coffins because they need to kill Stefan. Now, killing off Stefan, whatever. I liked him, but killing off Stefan would have been the worst thing they did if they kept the continuity of the previous installment. But it ends with Rebecca saying, "Oh, stay here. I'll wait for you till the sun goes down." So we'll see how that works in the next film. Mel, who's the guy from Friday the 13th Part 7, he doesn't do much. He's your standard, I don't believe in any of this shit guy. Every time they try to throw out, like, they're looking through books and stuff, and they find the legend of the Bloodstone. And Rebecca's clearly trying to tell them that's the stone the sister had, and that's the same as that's the stone my sister had. And Mel goes, "Oh, you mean a replica of the stone, right?" And she kind of just looks at him. And he's like, "Mythical objects are not real." It's like they were writing a script and they said, "We need a character that doesn't believe in anything." Despite the fact, I understand he's an American character, but it seems like this character would be, I just realized this is another continuity error, that this character would have been in Romania for a long time working for this guy. And it's very much known from the first film that everybody in Romania knew about Castle Vladislas, and knew about the legends of the vampires. This is why the old woman from the last one, they cut her head off and staked her because they knew about the legends. And yet, this guy, it's obvious he had to have been there for a while. And with this taking place right after the first one, he had to have been there during the first film. So, he had to have known something. But I don't know. I really don't. Wait. I just thought of another one. Why is Michelle in a hotel room? She was staying in a castle in the first one. Oh, yeah. I don't think she checks into another hotel. She just goes back and she's at her hotel. But she was staying in a castle. It's very much they were in a castle in the first... I don't know. What happened to Carl? Did he die in the first one? I don't remember. I can hope the sequels are better. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to recommend you just watch the first one, but the first one is better. The first one, it's better. Look, I want you to like, share, and subscribe. I've been Scotty. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.